Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. Hope you like this video and subscribe. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of rumors here. So this is a potpourri of players and teams, and hope you enjoyed this video. This is from CBSSports.com. Headline: MLB Rumors. Phillies open to Nick Castellanos trade. Yankees eyeing 2 Cardinals. As you know, the Yankees could not have done a better job trading Jordan Montgomery. And the Brewers ready for a fire sale. The MLB offseason is a week old, and we're awaiting our first major player movement. The 2023 GM meetings, which were originally scheduled to run through Thursday, have been canceled a day early because teams' executives have been running to the toilet. No joke. They have at least 30 executives have a stomach virus, probably food poisoning in all likelihood, and also as well as David Stearns, the Mets head of baseball operations. League doesn't want more people getting sick, and it's plenty easy enough to conduct business virtually, so they'll do that instead. Now here's from some of the rumors. Yankees considering Burleson and Donovan. Yankees have at least discussed pursuing Cardinals outfielder Alec Burleson and super utility man Brendan Donovan, reports the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. New York and St. Louis had trade talks. I'm okay, my tongue's all tied. New York and St. Louis had trade talks at the deadline, mostly involving Dylan Carlson and AAA pitchers in the Yankees system. The Yankees need lefty outfield bats, and the Cardinals need pitching. Donovan is 26, is the most desirable of the 2 players. In 2022, National League Utility Gold Glove winner is a career, which he shouldn't have won. Jeff McNeil should have won that. And he's played every position except pitcher, catcher, and center fielder. Donovan's recovered from elbow surgery and expected to be ready for spring training. The 24-year-old Burleson has struggled in a part-time role the last 2 years, slashing .237. Well, he's right up the Yankees' alley. He's probably a good bunter. Got to get some more bunting on this team. That'll help them win a championship. That certainly drives in all the runs. He does offer some power from the left side, though, something the Yankees sorely lack. But bunting, folks, never forget, the bunting is the most important thing. The Phillies are open to trading Castellanos, hoping to get trade him and that weird kid that he has. The Phillies are open to trading outfielder Nick Castellanos, reports MLB.com. Of course, being open to trading someone and actively shopping them are 2 different things. Oh, you think so? And there are no indication that Philadelphia is pushing him in trade talks. The Phillies owe him $20 million per year from 20 to 26. They will likely have to pay some of that down to facilitate a trade. Castellanos is 31, hit .272 with 29 home runs this season. His postseason was a mixed bag. 9 for 23 or 4 home runs in the Wild Card Series and Division Series. Then went 1 for 24 for home in the Championship Series. Bryce Harper is expected, which I've talked about, to move to first base permanently, though he could easily shift back to right field should the Phillies trade Castellanos. A trade could also pave the way for a Rice-Hoskins reunion. Interesting, very, very interesting. From SNY.com, the White Sox are open for business, GM Chris Getz told reporters this week at the GM meetings, with Ken Rosendahl of The Athletic knowing that Chicago's open to trading right-handed pitchers Dylan Cease and outfielder Eloy Jimenez and others. Cease could be of interest to the Mets, who are looking to add 2 or 3 starting pitchers this offseason. Entering his age 28 season, Cease is under team control through 2025. He was one of the best pitchers in baseball in 22 after a strong 21 campaign, but regressed in 23 while posting a 4.58 ERA. A look at Cease's advanced stats from last season showed that he remained elite when it came to his whiff rate, strikeout rate, and ability to prevent hitters from barreling the ball up, so he could be due for a bounce back in 2024. From MLB Trade Rumors.com, headline: Giants exploring center field and shortstop markets. As you know, Brandon Crawford retired, and they're going to need a shortstop. Giants president of baseball operations Farhan Zadi identified a pair of areas the team could look to address this offseason. Speaking with reporters at the GM meetings, he acknowledged that center field is going to be a priority. Zali added the club could look for depth at shortstop. A desire for center field help is natural, considering Zaldi has already spoken of a goal of becoming more athletic in the outfield. Bringing in a center fielder is the most direct way of doing that, as it'll allow new skipper Bob Melvin to keep Mike Yastrzemski in a corner. Rookie Luis Matos had below-average defensive marks in his first 438 innings at the position. Cody Bellinger is the prize of the center field market. Players like Harrison Bader, Michael A. Taylor, and Kevin Kiermaier are glove-first options who'd improve the defense, albeit with significantly lower offensive ceiling than Bellinger provides at a much lower price. Zaudi's stance on shortstop walks back comments from last month a little bit. At the time, the front office leader said that 22-year-old Marco Luciano would get the chance to be an everyday guy. While Zaldi reiterated the organization's hopeful that Luciano sees the job, he acknowledged yesterday it makes sense for us to have some insurance. That could point more towards a depth addition than a rebound flyer on Tim Anderson or Ahmed Rosario. It's a thin free agent class with Isaiah kind of falafel, Nick Ahmed, and Kevin Newman. Hello, Newman, among available glove-first options. Longtime shortstop Brandon Crawford is also a free agent and indicated this week that he is still deciding whether to continue his career. Interesting. He probably should retire. Meanwhile, John Heyman of the New York Post writes that the Giants are considering an upgrade at their base. Oh, you don't say! J.D. Davis played reasonably well in 23, hitting .248, .325, .413 across 546 plate appearances. Statcast credited him of above-average defense at the hot corner, although defensive runs saved was far more bearish. Matt Chapman has ties to Melvin from their time in Oakland. He'd be a market upgrade over Davis with the glove. Free agency's top third baseman may not be that much better than Davis offensively, however. Chapman struggled down the stretch and finished the season with a .240, .330 on base, .424 slash line through 581 plate appearances for the Blue Jays. And finally in this video, we got big Brewers rumors. Big, huge Brewers rumors. As you know, that skunk and backstabber Craig Counsell has gone to the Cubs. He backstabbed David Ross, and it seems David Ross is none too happy. He's been sort of telling people that he's moving on with it, but that at times he's been very mad at times. I don't blame him, since he had a job and wasn't told that he was fired. But obviously, they told him to get the hell out of here. Hit pound sand there, David. We don't care if you won a World Series. This is from the BleacherReport.com. MLB Rumors. The Brewers willing to trade virtually any player after the Craig Counsell exit. First, the Brewers lost their match to the Cubs. Now they may be entering a rebuild. The Munchkin Ken Rosendahl of The Athletic reported Milwaukee is open to moving virtually any player on its roster after former manager Craig Counsell joined the Cubs. The process effectively has begun, with the Brewers sending outfielder Mark Canha to the Detroit Tigers for a pitching prospect. I have a question. What kind of food is Mark Canha going to review when he goes up to Detroit? Pizza? Domino's Pizza? He's sort of going down the barrel when it comes to food. Whereas he's here in New York, you got plenty of different kinds of food. Then he started doing the bratwurst in Milwaukee. What's he going to do in Detroit? They don't have good pizza like they do here in New York. A continued tear down, considering the Brewers' current position, would not be without logic. It might even be the proper course. Milwaukee acquired Canha from the New York Mets in a trade last season, and he slashed .287, 5 home runs and 33 RBIs in 50 games for the National League Central team. He played really well for them. He really did. He was an important contributor down the stretch and seemed to fit it in nicely with the lineup, but this may be shaping up to be an off-season transition for the club. That might not have always been the plan, as GM Matt Arnold told reporters he was very shocked when Counsell departed for the Cubs. Quote, "We've been super supportive of him and his opportunity to assess the market. That was up to him." It seems like the owner has been a little more forceful in what he has said. He said that the community, he lost the community. One of the things that made Counsell so successful in Milwaukee was his ability to compete with payrolls that were much smaller than some of his primary competitors, including in Chicago. The Brewers were just 19th in payroll last season, nearly $40 million below the league average. That they won the National League Central and made the playoffs for the 5th time in 6 years. While they fell short of the World Series during that span, the run of success within the market constraints was notable. Those market constraints may be a factor this offseason if the Brewers do decide to trade some of their key players. It remains to be seen whether that would mean players such as Christian Yelich or Corbin Burns, but Rosenthal's report made it seem like nobody was off the table. If Milwaukee, I would say Frelick is probably off the table. That's for sure. And the catcher's off the table. If Milwaukee is to sell this offseason, the Cubs are aggressive after adding Counsell, the balance of power in the division may be quite different in 2024. So we'll see. Well, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and thank you, and I'll see you later.